Good evening, one and all. Welcome to Handelabra Live. Looks like things are on my screen, as expected. I'm Jian, aka Migrant P, lead developer at Handelabra, and I'm here to play some games with you tonight. Hello, everyone. Take Walker, Diffmacuff, Seamus, and who knows who else might be lurking? Brian the Wolf Hunt. There you go. That's right. Gonna play some Aeon Zen tonight. Handelabra Games does, in fact, believe in civil rights for everyone, Black Lives Matter, and trans rights. Anyone actively working against these things in our chat will not be tolerated and will be removed. So be excellent to one another and party on. Okay. So, yeah. I want to play some Aeon Zen. Actually played, finished off the New Age campaign, the Expedition, from the New Age box on the weekend. And so it's put me in an Aeon's End sort of mood. If you haven't tried that, it's pretty cool. It's not on the digital version yet. But I figured I would just go full random here. 2 mages full random, I think. That's what I'm thinking of. So, random Nemesis, Prince of Gluttons. Random Market, I think anything goes. Just lets anything happen. I mean, it's not anything. But within this, you can, like, have other thingies. But we'll do that. Got some decent gems, relics, and fairly expensive spell selection, but that's okay. Extinction mode. I'm going to play normal mode right now. Let's click random on the mages, and it gave us too many. And deselect 2, and then press random again. And we get Xaxos and Malastar. All right. And, yeah, at the start of the game, we have to devour. But we get to pick the order. So typically with these devour pile cards, the stuff that's buried down you're not going to get. So I would like to get searing rubies probably more than diamond clusters. So chomp chomp. Tonight I have a beer called Conniption Fit from Big Spruce in Cape Breton. Conniption Fit is local slang for losing your cool. Don't have a conniption fit there, boy. If you're getting angry about something, you might say something like that. It's slang in Cape Breton, but it's also in PEI, where I grew up. Use that there too? Cool. All right, so we get a Xaxos turn. Xaxos' ability is to give charges to friends and control the turn of the deck. Malastar's is to get a spell from any supply pile and prep it to any player's open breach. So that's pretty fun. Hey, Lou Dolphin. Working your way through a small water tank array. I love gin. Gin is great. How are you drinking it? Like in gin and tonics or something else? Okay, let's play the gems for sure. And probably just prep flare there. With 4 ether, I could buy from the devoured pile. I mean, it's not too bad, and those are going to get buried soon with other cards probably, so probably good to avoid taking stuff from here. Yeah, gin is, I don't know, not unless it's really, really good gin. And Tanqueray is like fine gin, but it's not super, super good gin. Like, it's not meant to be sipped. At least put some ice in it, and you might enjoy it a little more, just a little dilution. Like, basically a martini is cold, dilute, like slightly diluted gin. And that gives it a nice little brightness to it. So I recommend Either, make a martini or just have it on the rocks and it's close to a martini. But gin just by itself, like at room temperature, like whiskey, is not really. That's not where it shines, I don't think. I mean, unless it's if I'm like comparing gins, then I'll do that. But I'll still probably have it on the rocks anyways. So Malastar, on the other hand, does not start with an open breach. And his spell is the interesting thing where, while prepped, when you suffer damage, gain a charge. After a month of being sipped at, it's developing orangey flavor. Yeah, like Tanqueray's definitely got a little bit of a citrusy. Tanqueray 10 is even more citrusy. I like that one. So there's two schools of thought, I suppose, between opening this and focusing that. You could also just not. You could just leave that in your hand, I guess. That would be a bold move. And buy a card instead. I'm not hating that, actually. The next turn, I have 4 ether again. And I want to get these before they get piled on to like other cards. So I'm actually going to do that. It's not a thing I would normally do, so we'll see. Yeah, so now we're devouring cards from the second most expensive gem supply pile. So that's either diamond clusters or searing rubies. And the question is, I mean, I do want, it's how many? It's just 2, right? I'm going to put diamonds in there. And we'll give Xaxos the damage because Malastar doesn't have his thing up, and he will at some point. Maybe this turn. Yeah, so let's get this in play now. Since we've already had 2 turns, we might get a chance to take some damage. Let's open this. Pop it in here. Power 3. Bleed static. All right, and so if I use Flare, we get a new turn order shuffle, and we can see who's going to go first, so I guess we'll do it. It is Prince of Gluttons, so we only get 1 damage. But we know what that card is going to be. And I suppose we'll grab a diamond cluster. Thought Biter. Generally, I like to take damage instead of devouring if we can afford it. So. Stave off the problem. So we get 4 of our turns in a row here. Woven Sky, discard 3 cards in hand. Pretty easy to get rid of. And we can also like organize it so that we don't have any spells prepped. At the wrong time here. I think we could go after this minion though. The top card is Flare. Top card over here is a crystal. I could discard. Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to discard, I may as well just do it now. I might want to do it after buying whatever card I'm going to buy, though. Yeah, so let's do that first. Keep that there, and because that's 3 damage, which is going to let us kill this guy. And discard that. Then do this. Oh wait, I don't want to. I wanted to buy a card first. Yeah, let's buy the Sifter's Pearl and then do this. I think we're pretty good for economy on... Oh, well, Xaxos is going to get another diamond cluster probably, but that should be about it. All right. Whack that guy. We get 7 ether. We could buy the Arcane Nexus, which is pretty rad. Yeah, if I can afford an Arcane Nexus, I'm going to buy an Arcane Nexus. All right, now with 5. Next turn, I'm going to have 2 spells. And so I could either... Well, with Arcane Nexus, I'm going to get double on that. So yeah, I think opening a breach now is worthwhile so that next turn I can do more. And it's Xaxos. So we want to buy a diamond cluster here. And if we discard that, it's going to be number 8 and number 9, so they'll still be together. If everything is the way it should be. Yeah, next draw. These, have to be careful with the Sifter's Pearls. Where'd they go? Oh, he's got the Sifter's Pearls on his own, so it should be okay to make sure to control it. Not off the devoured pile. I should have done that Take Walker. That would have been smarter. I forgot. Totally just an error. I can't go back. I kind of want this to be in the low damage spot, so I'm less tempted to cast it. What did you do? It'll probably be fine. Return a gem. So now we get 8 ether. So tasty. If you lose by 1 card, you'll know why. Yeah. We have this. Potentially have this for some heals, and that would leave me with 3 ether to buy a charge or something. Or we could get another Arcane Nexus. Yeah, I think it's another Arcane Nexus. It's too good. I mean, or like a Staff of Wonders is pretty good for focusing. And it's a bit of a heal. And then a charge. No, but we wouldn't actually get to buy the charge. Yeah, Arcane Nexus. Just draft the best player available. All right, we're going to... Oh, man. I also forgot that was coming up and prep 2 spells because I'm out of practice here, I guess. Yeah, we don't want to. We're going to take the Devour here, I think. Xaxos can take 2 damage, but that was not good for Malastar. Hey, Sparky Wolf. Alright. We can kill this thing. And I should remember the powers in play and think about what I'm doing next. This is the practice game. How about that? Right. Xaxos needs to make sure that he's doing okay with his diamonds, but he is. Alright, we need to start buying the heal thing now. And also we can start hitting the boss. I think I'm just going to keep this prepped and get charges. And I know I'm going to have too many spells and not enough spots, but I think I can afford one Healy spell. No kitty tonight. Did you have an early dinner? $10 ether. Luxury. I would like to have space for spells. So I'm gonna open this breach and buy another spell, I think. Gonna probably stop buying cards pretty soon. We're at 10 cards here. We have a Sifter's Pearl coming up, but we can just choose to not discard, so. There's no bet, no. I didn't do that. Ugh, Haze Pure hits Gravehold for the first time. Cauterizer. Well, we gotta hit the Cauterizer so he doesn't hit us too hard. Right, so if I discard... Actually, if I discard and get the gems early, it's okay here, right? No, if I discard the top card, I actually split my thing, so I can't do that. Return to deck, yeah, and also return to deck. Okay. Yeah. 4 ether, not as good as more ether. Think I'm just gonna focus. If there's no bet, how can you give me more points? Well, you wouldn't have been able to because you weren't here, were you? Maybe I'll put a bet on the second game. This one is a practice game because I haven't played on stream for so long. All right, so this is 3 damage. I'm actually gonna hit both of these like this. And we'll discard it for life. Being down to such low life is not great. And for 3 ether, I think it's a charge or focusing. Next turn, we have a big ether turn to buy another big spell. Let's go charge. All right, I want to finish off this guy. Man, the Arcane Nexus is so good. I got another one coming up in a second. 9 ether. Maybe I'll buy a healing spell over here too. Well, I already got one, but like one more. I do need to start. If I buy this, I'll have 4 left, which I can focus. Getting to the point where like I'm gonna need to have these open for the amount of spells I'm buying. And this can go straight up here because he's only got 1 health. I'm not worried about. He's just gonna do 1 damage to Gravehold and then go away. And with 4, our next hand just has 2 spells still. So that's okay. But I think focusing is still what I want to do. Gravehold suffers 3 damage, devour a gem for the most expensive supply pile. So he gets worse the more empty. Actually, there's a card in here that's worse the more empty piles there are. I'm going to try to avoid getting a pile to be empty. And when he unleashes, which he hasn't actually done yet, yeah, he goes after the least expensive pile. Let's take one off the Searing Ruby pile. Ugh. No, this guy's going off at 7. That's gross. That is gross. We get to pick any supply pile. So it's going to be this. Yeah, okay. So this one for that, and this one for that, because extra goes to Gravehold. Yikes. At least we get to go and kill these guys. We do not have any way to heal Gravehold. And, well, immediately he gets 9 health. Well, this just kills this guy straight away. So that seems good. This guy unleashes. This guy... We can't afford to have Gravehold being hit right now, so... I think he's gonna be the target. This is 3 damage, so I can make a 2 damage here to finish him off. And let's go to church. And let's see. Don't really care for a spark. Keep getting spells. Spells are spread out enough that we're not piling up too many at once, which is nice. This guy about the empty supply piles already came out, so I think that's that. Could also just open a big breach to get more damage out of it. I mean, we're still working away on focusing. We're not running out of space. I think we need more spells. So I'm going to go for an Arcane Nexus over here, too. And these can go together. So, yeah, we're safe to discard. Oh, I guess I didn't have to buy a charge. I could focus here. If I focus, then I can put a spell into the big breach next turn. Or I could charge up and use that alternatively. Yeah, let's just do this. Start getting those plus damages for Xaxos. Alright, so I want this one in there first, I think. Discard for life. Kill this guy and try to kill that guy next. So we have lots of ether again. We don't have spells bunched up too much, which is nice. I think we can afford to buy another big spell then, and we'll be able to open that. There might not be a turn where we're going to get to open this, so I'm going to open it now and just get a charge, I guess, then. Just going to get... I'm not going to have a turn. Well, actually, yeah, with this I will have a turn, won't I? Because of the returning. So scratch that, actually. Let's buy another one of those. All right, hopefully we get turns. Yeah, I guess if we're lucky, actually, we're going to get to kill this thing. Not lucky. So we may as well hit the big guy with this. With 3, let's just focus this. Chomp, chomp. The Baneful Crux. To discard 2 cards in hand that each cost 4 or more. Power 2, unleash twice, graveyard suffers 3. So yeah, we can pretty easily get rid of that just now with the diamond clusters, so. And we can discard for the heal. I think that's probably still worth it. And yeah, so I think where are we at numbers wise? Yeah, we can clear. We did get this down to 10. Well, no, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, interesting. We can do this. We can play Diamond Cluster and then get it back. We may as well just use the Sifter's Pearl twice, though, right? That would be better. Could we do this without splitting up our diamonds? Basically, you play it, get it back, play one of them, then discard these 2, then discard the other one. It's at... Right now it's splitting the diamonds unless... Yeah, it would have to split the diamonds unless I buy a card. If I buy a card... Does it... No, it's still... Yeah, we're at 13, 14, 15. So I need to buy 2 cards. I don't think I want to buy 2 cards. I think we just discard these. Oh, I couldn't even discard this one anyways. Yeah, so this one wouldn't even work. You're right. I'd rather get those to be... Yeah, those are going to be ready. And if I use another Sifter's Pearl before then... but it's going to discard this, which isn't good. Yeah, I think I'm going to not discard here. But Malastar can discard. Because I want these diamond clusters right now. I don't want them to get... Would they get drawn too soon? No, I think they just come and then something else would get drawn behind them, right? Yeah, I think actually it's okay to discard this. Because we have 5... Yeah, then that just moves that gem to the back of the line, basically. So actually, I could use Sifter's Pearl twice here instead. So let's go back and do that. Play that. Discard, discard. Play it again. Discard, discard. Now we've got the gems. The diamonds are like still part of the same hand, but moving up in the list. And with 4 ether and only 1 spell coming up, I can't afford more spells because my spells are all very expensive. I think we still want to open this breach and get more damage going. Xaxos is done this round. We may as well cast this. We can prep that there. Yeah, and with 4, now we can open that. And we have all of our breaches open. And we could save this damage for a minion, but I think I need space to prep these also, so. Actually not going to discard here. Oh, actually I could still discard and double play a crystal here, couldn't I? Okay, we'll discard. We'll keep gaining life. Get back to full. Get a charge. Oh, and no spell turn. Oh, Pulverizing Ray. Man. Actually, it's a good turn for it to flip up right now. Of course it didn't. Alright, well, we're blowing you up. Right now we have 4. If I do that, I have 7. I need 6. So we're still good for gems in hand, even if I just play out my hand here. How dare him not let you take advantage? Exactly. And I don't have to cast this. It's free charges, but I haven't been taking damage, so it's not been super worth it. I could buy a spell, or I could charge up and prep a spell. Which seems good. And then Xaxos is probably going to buy me some charges, so. Let's give this to, I guess, to me. I can afford to do that. Xaxos doesn't have as many spells, so it's kind of would be nice for Xaxos to have another spell too. So maybe I'll just give it to Xaxos. And it gives you this option, but that's actually a bug. I guess if I bought it for myself, like this is, but if I prep it on Xaxos, he shouldn't get to do that. Because it's not his main phase. If I prep it for myself, though, I do get to use that ability right away, which would let me buy another spell. Just want to make sure I don't have like hands with 4 spells, though, which I think I would. So I actually don't want to do that. And give it to Xaxos. I can take more illegal actions. I'm not going to do that. All right, discard gem. I'm going to have Malastar hang on to 1 crystal so we can replay it. I think. I guess it's not a huge deal. It's 2 ether either way, basically. Let's just let Xaxos keep the Sifter's Pearl. Venomite. Alright, we got the big guns loaded up. It's 10 damage sitting there. Well, this kills Venomite before it blinks. And here, all right, our diamond clusters are Xaxos's. He would be discarding his innate, which is actually kind of good, so we're gonna return that, but discard the crystal. By charge. All right, so we get a Nemesis turn coming up here. Xaxos is life. Unleash twice and 2 damage. So we got a... So now it's Unleash looking for the least expensive supply pile. And it's 2 cards, 3 cards. So if I pick this, it'll overflow onto Gravehold. So I guess it's Blasting Staff right now. Chomp, chomp. Yeah, leftovers are a great Sparky Wolf. I agree. Give this to Xaxos. And the Nemesis continues. Ugh. This is actually putting Gravehold on the ropes because it's going to take some damage here and then the 4 damage. Not much room for error. But we do have lots of damage on the go, so don't know that I'm spending. Yeah, I'm literally only buying a charge, so it doesn't matter for the repeat. I think that's 5, 9, 12 damage. And this is potentially more, potentially 7. So we're pretty close to killing him here. And actually we can make sure that we get to go sooner and win. So I think, yeah, he's going next. So maybe not actually. I don't know that we have it. Because this is 2, and this was 12, right? 5, 9, 12, 14 damage. So we can make sure that we get to go first, and he'll be on 1 life. So I'd rather he go sooner so he doesn't get multiple turns in a row, actually. I guess I could have waited to cast that until I knew and do more damage, right? That would have been smart. Well, we know he's going next, so I don't need to actually use this right now. Maybe we'll just open this breach and we have another +1 that we don't need, but I think we need to let him go. And then I want to use this at the earliest opportunity. Basically. Yeah, like right now. Okay. Sure. Do that. Oh, right. It's too early to reveal the turn order deck. I already know what that is. It has to be Malastar. So there's no point to using this now, except to get the charges. Yeah. I don't want to do anything. I mean, if Xaxos gets to go first, then we win. So that's the goal. He's on 1. So in classic Aeon's End fashion, if we get to go first, we win. If he gets to go first, we might not win. What's my action? Oh. Any player's main phase. So if I do this, actually I can do this now. Now that it's empty, I can do it. Perfect. Yeah, we're all going before you and we win. There you go, mystery solved. Take Walker is making a new villain deck. Cool. Sure, then we can get a new spell. We didn't buy that one yet. Give me an ether and a charge. Combos. And GG. All right, shall we do a vote? Should I do the vote before you know what the game setup is or after? That's the question. Start a prediction. Before. Okay. Will I win the unknown second game? And 1 minute. So I don't have to wait too long before choosing. The prediction is up. Cast your votes. Do you think I will win? It will be a random nemesis, but not Prince of Gluttons. We'll reroll if it's exact same. It will be random 2 mages and completely random supply. Who knows what will happen? Takewalker sounds like you can make a series of villains if you have 65 available cards. 200 on no. Bold prediction, Cotton. I've got some people on the winning side. 585 points. Yeah, so if you haven't played New Age, or I think Outcast is the same expedition system in Aeon's End on the tabletop, it's pretty cool. It's like a 4-game mini campaign where the box comes with like a built-in story and sequence, but then afterwards you can randomize your own campaigns to have your own sort of series of games. So I've been playing that with our Sentinels group once in a while, and we just finished up the basic campaign, and there's a mini expansion with another story-based campaign we'll probably play too. It's got some extra stuff that makes the Nemesis harder with upgraded cards, but also you get some benefits with treasure cards. 1 major villain and 3 more who take over once he dies in the show. Cool. All right, the prediction is coming up. Yeah, I think it kind of came out of the legacy a little bit, but it's you know, there's no stickers or anything. You open envelopes, but it's nothing is changed permanently. All right, so the prediction is on my side, so we'll see. I like stickers and stuff. I love legacy games. I love to burn cards. All right, random nemesis, crooked mask, random market. We still have diamond cluster and blasting staff, which I barely use, but I did, and we got that good old arcade nexus, but lots of other different cards. And random mages, let's pick 2. Oh, it's giving us 3. We have Kadir and Lash. All right. So Crooked Mask is being gross. Crooked Mask is all about these corruption cards that clog your hand and do bad things. They act like player cards, but they have good things and bad things about them. It's kind of an interesting setup. And so does all of his other things do have both pros and cons. So whoever has the most crystals in hand discards all their crystals, suffers 3 damage, and gains a card from any supply pile that costs 4 or less. So interestingly, could actually get on. I guess you basically, we were going to be buying anyways. So yeah, interesting. So if I discard from Lash, Lash has a chance to get an additional ether. If I discard from Kadir, then Kadir could just get health back. So that seems like the safest bet, because Lash might be able to get like 5 ether and do something cooler. So we'll say Kadir will discard and get a card. What's the card gonna be? Probably a gem. Could start with, get diamond clusters going. That seems good. Diamond clusters are definitely harder to use compared to other nemesis, because Crooked Mask can even shuffle your deck. Outrageous. It's a player card. I'm going to put it on the bottom because I'd rather not have many nemesis turns in a row. We have 5 ether. 2 spark turn coming up. But 3 ether is going to be enough to open that. So I could buy this real nice burning opal. Let's do that. Yeah, the first Legacy game I played was Risk Legacy, and I loved it. Didn't actually end up getting to finish the whole campaign, though. Then also played Seafall, like that a lot, and Charterstone. Never actually got finished of that campaign as well. But it was all right. Charterstone is interesting because it starts as my first worker placement game. It's so simple, but then the story gets really weird and it gets a little more interesting. So we can either deal 4 damage to Gravehold. We don't have any Gravehold healing. Lash's ability lets you get another turn for a damage, and Kadir's ability lets the double prep. But no Gravehold healing, so we want to avoid hitting Gravehold unless we have to. Unleashing twice, though, puts corruptions, but gets us charges. And I mean, some of these just damage Gravehold anyways. But so when the unleash shuffles your discard into your deck. So I don't want that to be happening to Little Miss Little Miss Diamond Cluster, but it will end up happening. Maybe we'll just use this for diamond clusters. I kind of like the unleashing at this point. It's early. We'll give them both to Lash, who has lots of health. But I'm going to give the charges to Kadir. And that just doesn't seem fair, but sometimes life isn't fair. Oh, I want the life. What am I clicking? I can't prep all of these, so I may as well cast one. And exact same move right here. We got both our corruptions. Suffer 1 damage, gain 1 charge. Suffer 1 damage, deal 2 damage. Don't think the order super matters. And I can just leave these prepped. I can discard a card for Kadir to draw a spark. So it's whether the ether from that is worth drawing the spark, which is probably not the case. Because Kadir is just gonna, well, I don't know. What's 5 ether versus 4 at this point? It's another burning opal, which is nice. That's like all the economy I would need to buy, so I'm gonna do that. Then we're set. We don't have to buy any more gems for Lash. We'll just buy spells and stuff. Maybe a unstable prism to get rid of a couple crystals. We don't need to cast these. So here I think we take the ether because I can buy. Oh yeah, if I buy a diamond crystal, it's getting split up. So maybe I also buy a burning opal. Forget the diamond crystals. I mean, I might end up buying one, but I'm not going to worry about it. The diamond clusters are hard with corruptions here. 2 corruptions and put them on top of their decks. That is a really good ether hand. I would rather not have that happen to Lash. So I'm going to give them both to Kadir this time. Food time is over. Long live not food time. They have like the same breach setup almost. We'll have Kadir focus. She can use her ability on Lash, but like often it's like it works really well for her to use it herself because she like casts her spells and then uses her ability. But I guess that works for anyone, but you know what I mean. I can actually focus this and keep these sparks out of the rotation, so it's going to do that. If this is... Yeah, I think I want this to be Crooked Lash. Or, sorry, Crooked Mask to avoid a lot of Nemesis turns in a row. And... Oh, yeah. I could get a charge if I focus this one. I guess I'll do that. Be nice to get that open, but... We'll take the charge. This is a really good ability, and you can actually cheese this to get an infinite, which I don't think we'll be doing, but... And bleed static returns, so we're gonna have to try to remember that that exists. Once again, I don't have to cast these sparks. I can have enough ether to focus and still buy a spectral echo. Actually, I can just discard the spark for Lash to draw a card. So that's even better. He's not going to get 3 turns. Yeah, he has a whole other round before this goes off, so discard that. Actually, yeah, now I can actually buy even a better spell. I could buy Ignite. For charges, I could just buy 2 Spectral Echoes, which honestly is worth buying. And I could have made it so I bought one before that spark, so I'm going to go back and do that. There. Better order. And yeah, I think we're good. I must cast a spark. Look at all this glorious ether. And I could even let Kadir... It'd be nice to have those Sifter's Pearls now, when we could be discarding corruptions. Those aren't too bad, really, though. Get a free, not a free, but a gem for 2 damage. And a spark or something. Or a crystal for 1 damage. Could be worse. So do I want to be... Like, that's just crystals. It's not super exciting. Basically, it's transferring ether from my hand to Kadir's. I could probably get one of these big Arcade Nexuses here, right? Definitely. I'm going to have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11 ether. Okay, let's do this first so we can see. It's Kadir. I'm going to make Kadir go last again because, again, trying to avoid the Nemesis having too many turns in a row. And, well, certainly at least 1. So I definitely have 9 ether here, and I could have up to 11. It'd be nice to buy a Spectral Echo as well. So I'm going to buy a Spectral Echo and an Arcane Nexus and give 1 draw over, I think. So we'll discard 1 and we'll not discard the other. That seems nice. And yeah, big ether time first. Woven Sky. Alright, so I need to discard 3 cards in hand to get rid of this. Which would probably be just the 3 crystals, I guess. Because I could discard the spark, but then, like, I have to also discard 2 crystals, and that's kind of useless. We don't have to get rid of this, but, like, I'm going to get rid of this. So I'll cast these. And we can prep these. That's good. I think crystal makes sense there. If I end up with 1 ether left over, then I can go back and get a spark, but yeah, I can do 7 for this spell and a heal. I still don't have, like, oh, I have 3 spells coming up, but also enough ether to focus, so it should be okay. Let's gain the life. Oh, this guy. At least we do have some big spells coming up that can't quite one-shot him, but they can... This could... Darkfire could one-shot him if I bought that. They can't one-shot him, but they can two-shot him, which is acceptable. Alright. I guess I could discard a spark here, but I'm going to skip because I want to open this. I am drinking a Conniption Fit Golden Ale. But there will be something new soon. Oh, well, at least it's just 2 turns in a row and not 3 or 4. This guy's just hitting Gravehold. This guy is giving us damage and someone... Oh man, Kadir's down to 1? How did that happen? Her, like, corruptions, I guess, hit her more than... What? What the crap? Was there an attack? Oh no, the bleed static. I forgot about the bleed static, and she took 6 damage. See, this is why I need to remember. I need like a thing on the screen that's like bleed static coming up, y'all. Oh, that's the second game in a row the bleed static got me, because I was like, oh, I'm definitely not going to prep too many spells, and then I forgot about it. Awesome. What's the most recent minion? There is none. It shouldn't be giving me that option. Oh, so it's not. Yeah. Looks like the losing side is gonna be winning here, because the only healing we have is Mist herself. And I'm a dum-dum. So we have to kill this guy. Because I keep forgetting about bleed static, apparently. This doesn't super matter. Well, at least we have lots of money. Oh no, I didn't want to discard that. Go back. 11. I could actually put that here. We really don't have anything else that heals except for Kadir. And everything is shuffled. I'm gonna buy these 2 spells. Look at the top. Oh, interesting. Look at the top card of your deck. You may destroy it. It's a corruption. I destroy it. How much damage do we have here? 3, 5, 6. Yeah, I would like to do the big shot on this guy, but this guy has to go. Because I'm dumb and took damage for no reasons. We want... What do we want? Don't know what's coming up yet. Still, we're gonna have a turn with like too many spells to prep. I think it's just focusing. So far, you're winning. I am dumb because gotta pay attention to bleed static. But yeah. Gonna thin our decks here. This is gonna go here. That's gonna go there and clean that up. We're going to double play that. Look at that. We should get one of those for him too. 8 ether. Kadir is going next. We could hit that guy pretty hard. It's dangerous for her to be getting corruptions, though. And it goes on top of her deck. I think it's Darkfire and we just one-shot him. It takes a while before we get it, but we are going again right away. Do I want another Spectral Echo? I have 2. focus. Darkfire's the one-shot option. I can double play the heal. I'm going to do that. This is my desperation move after screwing up. Then 1, 2, 3. Open this breach. Pop a spark into it. That's fine. And we'll start spending money on charges. Okay. So we could kill this guy right now, actually, at the cost. Now I think it's okay for us to take 1 corruption, so. Oh, I end up taking 2 corruptions. That's not actually worthwhile, is it? I don't think so. Is it worth drawing an extra card over here? I think so. And charges. So we need to make room. Yeah, we're actually have a really bad turn here for... I shouldn't have drawn that card. Actually, I can focus, so it's not so bad. Or I wouldn't have been able to before, so... Alright, we're gonna let this guy live for 2 damage to Gravehold and not take 2 corruptions, I think. We're back at a reasonable amount of health now. And I could just buy the charge next turn. Could buy Ignite here. All right, we got 2 Nemesis turns in a row, but we can actually not do anything about it. Well, we could charge up. So we could kill this guy in 2 hits. If we use this, we might be able to get Kadir to go first. It's kind of an interesting play. We would buy charges, use our ability, then use Quartz Shard to try to get Kadir to go next. She can one-shot this guy. I don't know if that's super worth it, because I'd actually rather have Kadir go last instead of having multiple Nemesis turns. We could 2-shot this guy with Lash. I think that's okay. I'd rather just not have it happen with Kadir. Let's do that. And so I can still do this. I think avoiding the potential 4 Nemesis turns in a row is worthwhile. So we're going to do this. Take a damage for it, and then take a look. Yeah, Crooked Mask can be on top. You can go next. That's fine. Cauterizer. Hope we get to go next. Nope. I guess it's... This actually isn't damage to me. Well, it will be damaged soon. 3 corruptions on top of your deck. Focus a breach. It's like probably death to whoever takes it, but Baneful Crux. We'll focus this one because then we can get our spell into it. Well, we'll gain a spell from any supply piles. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely going on this guy. Hey, a charge for Kadir. It's actually tempting to use this on Lash now. Problem is Lash probably dies if he goes first. Does have a lot of good spells. There's 3 corruptions here. We don't know what they are. I guess worst case he just destroys this breach. And he still can hit with all the other things that he gets. Oh, and I can also keep getting more ether. Which is silly. Oh yeah, I actually could get rid of that breach since I only have 4 spells. Interesting. I could have gotten rid of this too, but going to try to maybe get that next turn with somehow. I think I buy this to keep getting charges to Kadir. Yeah, that's Lash getting knocked out. Because suffer 1 damage, suffer 2 damage, suffer more damage. So this kind of has to go to Kadir because it's going to be a lot of damage through the Gravehold. Alright. So to minimize the damage to Gravehold, actually I don't know if it matters, right? Discard 2 non-corruption cards, suffer 2 damage, shuffle your turn order card back in, gain a relic on top of your deck, destroy non-corruption. Well, I'd rather destroy the card than discard them both, so let's do that. And this is gained on top of your deck, so do that. Extra damage goes to Gravehold. Oh, yeah. They unleash twice, I think, when you get knocked out. Lash is gonna get one. Lash is gonna get both. Destroy that breach. I want the pluses. And this is rounded up, so may as well be the blasting staff. And now I can do lots of damage. I need to do this and guess that. I'm just gonna ignite on him, but we're gonna try to kill Crooked Mask here. This guy can at least take 1 hit. Lash is gonna have Another corruption where that's 2 damage to Gravehold. So yeah, we're kind of on borrowed time now. Discard up to 2 cards from hand. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. It can be 2 crystals, I think, because I'm going to get enough for a charge. We can do this. We can do this. I think I'm going to hit this guy. A loading circle? Seems to be okay from my side. We could get rid of this, which unleashes and suffers damage to Gravehold. Yeah, I think we need to do that. This and this, so we'll just buy a charge. All right, we're not anywhere near winning. So I think Kadir should go on the bottom here. And we want Kadir to draw a card. Yeah, she could prep it. I think that's probably worthwhile. Unleash twice. I'm still going to send these to Lash because I need Kadir to not die or we lose. So. And yeah, Lash is going to discard. I think if Kadir gets to go again, though, we should be able to win. I do not want Lash to draw a random card. Let's go, Kadir. Yay. I don't actually know if this is enough damage, but it's a lot. I don't think it's quite enough. Destroy card in hand? Sure. So if we go again, we win. I will definitely get a life. Get a life. And buy a charge and use it? Yeah. Oh, and also get like a ton. Oh, maybe get more and more life, actually. Okay. Let's go Kadir again. Can we get enough charges for Kadir? Oh, I got a charge. Oh, I'm so close. I think actually... No, I can destroy this perk because this one is 5 damage. If I could literally have one more charge, I'd have Kadir go next. Unleash twice. I think Kadir can gain corruptions, right? Because she's not going to go... Neither players are going to go again, so yeah. Okay, we win. Get him to the most minus. All right, so even though I took 6 damage for no reason, I managed to win. And it was Kadir who took the 6 damage. But then we just like healed her up a whole bunch. So, the outcome of the prediction, sorry Sparking Wolf, is that I won. All right, new prediction. The same thing, but one more. Will I win the unknown third game? Same things. It'll be a random 2 mage game, but not Crooked Mask or Prince of Gluttons. So on average easier, but it could be Wayward One. So who knows? And we'll see who we have for mages and supply. We don't know. It could be anything. I guess I'll go grab a new beer. A new beer. The new latest Egyptian hero. I'll be right back while the prediction ticks down. Takewalker missed it. It's interesting. It still shows it counting down like on the top of the chat for me. But yeah, the timer is up. I've got Bulwark Caramel Candy Cider coming up next. So let's see. Random, Nemesis, Crooked Mask again. No. Blight Lord. All right. Random Market. Pretty different. We don't get Arcane Nexus. Sad. Arcane Nexus is real good, but it's nice we get a Spectral Echo. No healing of any sort. So maybe Bleed Static. Third try is the charm for me to notice it. Let's try to get 2 mages. We get Brama and Jian. So all brand new mages. Brama's got her heals. No Gravehold heals, though. All right, so Blight Lord. Here we go. Crack open my cider. So Brahma's charge ability is any player gains 4 life. Jian's is cast any player's prep spell without discarding it, then cast the prep spell again. Black Mirror. And Blight Lord is kind of like Crooked Mask in that he gives you bad cards. The Tainted Jade. Tainted Jade are 0 cost, so you could just gain them all. Don't do that. I mean, do it if you want, but don't do that. The Tainted Jades are a supply pile, and he also has this tainted track that he moves along, and bad things happen, and we lose at the end. So ideally, you want to keep that track from moving, and Tainted Jades, he's going to give you Tainted Jades when he unleashes, so like all the time. But you can get rid of them by spending 2 ether to destroy it. Or destroying it in other ways, but it hurts you to do that. And you can also get ether, but that hurts you too. So Brama is going to buy a gem. Glass core, but Searing Ruby though, right? It's got to be Searing Ruby for me. Lovebind spells. We got Wildfire Whips as well. Those are fun. All right. Jian's all about lots of spells, and gonna do the exact same thing. We collectively gain 2 Tainted Jades. Can each get 1. And so this power came up to discard, destroy a card in hand that costs 2 ether or more. Well, we don't have those in our hands yet. We might. Well, if we get to go before it goes. But if it doesn't, then one of those ones where maybe you just don't get to deal with it. So we could hold on to Sparks by focusing. I definitely like to not collect too many Tainted Jades. So I'm going to get rid of it right away. Maybe right away. Maybe I'll keep it just this once. Because it allows us to buy something cool. Like a Spectral Echo. And a charge. We'll cast this. We get an ether. I think in Brama's case, actually, we're going to get rid of this because we can focus this breach and pop this in. You are eating homemade baklava. Very nice. We made pinto beans, Mexican style frijoles, yesterday in the slow cooker and then in the frying pan. It was pretty great. And also tonight Brittany made the Ted Lasso shortbread, and it's super good. Highly recommended if you find that recipe. Sparks, eh? Sparky McSparks. I'm probably not going to be focusing this turn. We've never come across much that helps us focus. So we're going to have to spend our ether. But how are we looking at for spells? 2 spells. Yeah, we're not sort of hitting into our breach limit yet. So I'm just going to keep 1 in. Oh, right. I can actually get rid of this here. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. Because I can just buy another one right now. I must cast that. I choose to not cast that. 7 ether. Do we want a Wildfire Whip? I kind of want a Spectral Echo because I think I don't have one. Jian has one. And maybe another gem. I don't have too many spells coming right up. I guess I do, but I have enough, to focus. So let's do that. Coming up to a bunch of Nemesis turns in a row, which is not ideal. Just going to get rid of this Tainted Jade because we're probably going to get a bunch more. And I think I'm going to have to cast this. Yeah. At least I can open this now. All right, let's all remember bleed static exists. It doesn't always exist, but it's coming up in every game. Let's not prep 3 spells at once, shall we? This guy hits Gravehold and gives us Tainted Jade, so I don't like him. I would like him to go away. I will prep 1 spell and get so much ether. It's so exciting. I have just a basic turn coming up. Nothing exciting at all. Lava Bolt's nice because it's like a big damage, but it's a cheap spell to have 4 damage. I think, yeah, I like a Lava Bolt that uses up my specials, and then, yeah, let's get a Mage's Talisman. It's really good. Really good relic. And yeah, Tainted Jades for the squad. We're gonna not hit Gravehold because we have no way to heal Gravehold. And we can each get a Tainted Jade. Let's have Brama gain charges, maybe. We don't have like really good spells just yet to cast. Not a lot anyways. We're not even hurt that much either, but get rid of a spark here. Tainted Jade to the tune of Tainted Love. Tainted Jade, oh wow. I like it. 4 ether. So next turn, I'm going to have to use... Well, yeah. I'm going to have to actually use... Well, keep a spark in hand, or use a Tainted Jade to focus. That's annoying. That's okay, though. I have lots of health. So... What do I do with 4 ether? Could put it into focusing, could put it into money, could put it into another lava bolt, could put it into this. Lava bolt, lava tendril. Let's go lava bolts. Alright, we can get rid of that guy. And we have no spells prepped. Actually now. Let's just destroy the sparks so we won't even be tempted to have a spell prepped at all. Unless Brama goes... No, Brama can't go next, so... Jian can, though. I get lots of kinds of ether. What's my purchasing power? It still feels weak, right? Because I had to get rid of a Searing Ruby. So let's take another Searing Ruby. And a Spectral Echo. Sounds good. Hey, look. Bleed Static dealt 0 damage. 0 damage. Big Claw. The big claw that he's got right here. That's how much damage he dealt with Bleed Static. Watch me lose now after taking a 0 damage Bleed Static. We'll see. We did get a power. To discard, spend 7 ether. Any player gains a Tainted Jade and places in their hand. Advance the Tainted Track. Those are the bad words. We don't want to advance the Tainted Track. We can prep all our spells. We need to get 7 ether for that. That is not a thing we are good at right now. Actually, Brahma's going to have 6. And she's going to do her spell, so she will have 7. So Brahma's got that. So, unless we have to discard cards or something, so that's pretty good. I think I'm going to focus. So we're starting to get too many spells and not enough places to put them. And once again, that is happening. Cauterizer. Well, perfect turn for Cauterizer. Take a couple sparks. In the face. So I need ether to focus to prep these. So I'm going to take the damage this time. And we can finish him off. Excellent. So let's cast our Spectral Echoes first. I think this is, what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so not enough either. And the Cauterizer. Hi, Cauterizer. Nice knowing you. Do we, if we'd been storing a bunch of crystals, we might want another. So I do love continuing to buy Searing Rubies. Glass Core is nice too, but Searing Ruby though. And can't spend anything else. Okay. So we need to get the ether so we can prep that. Spend 8 ether. I'm spending as fast as I can. So actually, I think I want to cast this first so it comes up sooner, because it gets me more ether. And then have to cast that, but I won't cast the spark. 7. Get charges. Yeah. So there's a chance we get a big ether turn if I discard my ether first. 2, 4, 5, 6. It's still just 7 though. It's not enough. I don't have a 7 ether turn unless I have it coming up for Jian. I might need to like not play a card for a turn to try to get enough for this, because advancing the track twice is unacceptable. And it's too far away for Brama, really, to worry about, I think. This is Jian. Jian's got to do it. So we got to prep these. So it's a balance between you have to be playing cards, but also be getting more ether. So I think I want to play these crystals. If I draw 4, I draw all these spells. The problem is that Blight Lord's going to go before I get to go, right? Again. So like next turn I could have this hand, and then the following turn I would have a big hand, but it's going to be too late. So maybe it's on Brama, I think, to do it. We just have to maybe take that advance. Unless, because right now it's too far away for Jian as well, whereas Brama maybe could hold on to 3 ether there. Yeah, there's just not enough to draw. There's too many spells in the way, I think. We could keep on the Tainted Jade and draw 4. And we have 7, so we're still short. 8 ether is a lot for one turn, especially when we don't have things that generate a lot more ether than that. So be it. So be it. I think Jian wants bigger spells or focusing. We still have focus problems. So yeah, I think we need to be focusing. And yeah, we have to cast these to make room. And we have to take damage to open this. There's a big ether turn, but it's too late, because definitely Blightler is going twice. That's the thing. Alright, we're going to make room for the spark. And get rid of the Tainted Jade, because we already figured that even if we hold this, we draw these 4 cards, and that's just 7, and it's not enough. So I'm going to get rid of this because he's going to go twice and it's probably going to be bad. And when this is down to 0, bad things happen more. Yeah, if there's only 1 left, advance the tainted track. If there's 0, advance it twice. So you really don't want this to get down to 1 or 0. That is not good. Alright, this guy. So we can't hit him right now. Well, if I hit him, he would advance the tainted track on his turn. So we want to be able to, like, one-shot him, basically. I can't quite do that, but I'm going to keep these spells here to make it more likely that Jian can do it on Jian's turn. And I think, yeah, so to do that, we need to take the ether from this so that we can focus a breach. The tainted track has advanced. Baneful Crux again. All right, give me Jian. Perfect. So Jian can do a good amount of damage and then also cast one of Brama's spells twice. So actually can just do enough damage. Well, this is what, 3 damage, 5, 6. So I could double cast my own spells instead if I wanted, but I don't really need to double cast Spectral Echo at all. So I think, yeah, I'll just do this. Hit him with this, and him with that, and him with the spark. I could get rid of this, but so can Brama, so probably before it goes off. You can charge and use it to cast this twice. Go away. And I can gain a Spectral Echo, I suppose. Sure. Don't have to destroy a card. Pulverizing Ray. Alright, at least Brama gets to go. A Hail Mary shot. Jian's ability is very strong. It's similar to Mist's. Mist's unique that lets you cast any spell that's prepped is so powerful. There's a treasure in New Age that has that, and it's totally worth always having that on your team. Okay, we're going to cast that. I guess we could cast Spectral Echo first. Assuming we don't need the ether, I think we're okay. This is just discard 2 cards in hand. Yeah. So we could just discard these gems. Yeah, that's honestly totally fine. Prep a spell for minions that come around and heal Brama. And draw a bunch of crystals for Pulverizing Ray, hopefully. And we have good amount of gems next turn as well. Jian does not have a lot of gems coming up, though. So that's interesting. We're going to want to prep these and get them out of the way. Because we want to have we want to have 6 to discard for this. Brahma's going to have 3 or 4, so we want to have at least 3 for Jian. which basically means we don't play anything, because if we even have one card in hand, we don't get any more gems. So I think we just skip here. Which is unsatisfying. Alright, so Jian has 3 gems, and Brama will also have 3. But we can move along with that. Do we want more spells? Do we want to be focusing? Kind of want to be focusing, but we're still kind of on the border of like, do we need to focus yet? I feel like taking one more lava bolt is okay. Discard the gem. Let's discard, yeah, all of our gems. The order, I just want to probably keep the Tainted Jades further away, so. Not too far away, but far away enough. Venomite. Venomite is annoying, and we don't have a lot of damage loaded up for it, but we'll get there. Have some chip damage here, and hopefully we get to, one of us goes and kills Venomite. There we go. That's exactly what we want. And I think the Moonstone Shard can go now. Not buying any more crystals, probably. Or gems. That is. Yeah, we can start buying Wildfire Whip if we want. I think I'm gonna, like, this is just as much damage for now, and I don't really use the Wildfire Whip effect that much, so I'm gonna buy this in a charge. Alright, we get 2 Nemesis turns in a row. Which means I kind of want to hang on to spells for minions that come out, but I don't have a lot of space. I have to just cast one of them. Do I have something to destroy next turn? Yeah, so let's cast the Lava Bolt. And leave that there. We can focus this, get a charge, and do that. Yeah, such as Needlemaw. Tainted Jades. I think we each have 1. Jian's got 1 in her hand. I think taking 1 on top is okay for Jian. Oh, they're not great for Brama, actually, because of the next turn. But Brama has lots of health. We'll just have a big blow-up turn for Brama here. Ooh, Needlemaw. No, don't like that. Ooh. Advance the track twice, or Gravehold suffers 8. With Needlemaw in play. I think we need to have Gravehold suffer 8. Ugh, gross. Don't like that. Definitely have to kill Needlemaw. Gravehold is not gonna make it. And this is at 1 now. Oh, no, no, don't gain that. We want to get rid of this. Oh, I could have had a charge if I took the damage. That's because we could actually kill Needlemaw. Yeah, it's probably worth the risk, right? It's worth the damage because we have Brama. We can heal up personal damage easily enough. get the charge and destroy the Needle Maw here. And buy the last one of these. Yeah. That means we also only have one here, which is another risk. Which causes the tainted track to advance, so that maybe that wasn't the best idea. But Gravehold's at 9. I don't know. We're doing our best. We can get rid of a Tainted Jade next turn. We open that breach. Don't super need to immediately. I think we go for the healing. Yeah, so we advance the Tainted Track. That hit Jian. And we get a power, but we do have time to deal with this. Destroy 2 spells that each cost 3 or more. Interesting. We have a Lava Bolt that's almost gone. But we also... the next player to go is Jian. Oh, and she can just do it with Spectral Echoes. So, yeah, I'm going to send the damage. So here, we're going to destroy Tainted Jade, and we're going to take the damage in order to destroy another Tainted Jade. So you don't actually have to cast that Spark. We'll hold on to it because we're going to do this. Excuse me, and we're going to get rid of this. Spend 8 ether, man. Gonna have to buy more ether. What's the bad effect? Discard 3 cards in hands and gain 3 Tainted Jade in hand. That's honestly not the worst thing ever, but also not the best thing ever. Can we try to win before that? That's certainly possible. Because he's down to 19 with this. And we can buy charges to do more damage. This is 10. Let's do that in a Spectral Echo. Because I lost a couple. Slag Horror. Don't like that. It's the same health as the boss, though. Is the point where, like, do you just go after the boss? I think we just go after the boss. Yeah, I think we need to heal Jian. And buy a spell. I think we can... Oh. This is tricky, because if these both go off and we still have too many Tainted Jades... It doesn't advance the track, though, right? Yeah. At that time. But if it goes twice, it's bad. We're still going after the boss here. Like, forget that 18 health minion, but the boss has 19. That's not happening. We're 2 damage away. Actually, we're not. We win. Because I get to cast that and use my ability to cast this. So, GG. That was getting interesting. Victory! 3 for 3. The outcome is yeah. Sparky Wolf. One of these days, you'll get on the wind train. You gotta keep it interesting though, right? Cool. So that's some Aeon's End. Aeon's End is a great game. You can check it out on Steam. It's on iPad and Android tablets as well. We have had more people asking to get Aeon's End on phones, and that is something we do want to do. We'd also, we're also looking at more expansions, at online multiplayer. Like, it's certainly not a game that is off our radar in any way. So I know Spirit Island and Sentinels have been more forefront recently, but we are still big into Aeon's End and One Deck Dungeon. So stay tuned for more news about those games in 2021. That's going to be it, I think, for tonight, though. Thanks to all the true believers for watching, and we will see you all next time. Have a good night.